And we have started. Okay.
The podcast.
I'll.
Who let the dogs out? Not me. I keep my dog in a cage.
Well, that's animal brutality. I'll let you make the introduction this time, man. I don't know who did it last time, but let's just say it's you. You should do it today.
No, I did it last time.
So
I'm doing it this time.
So you want me to do it, or do you want to do it again?
No, you do it.
Okay.
Because I'm looking up Nigerian movies.
All right. So this is the third episode of The Secret to Time Travel with Tom Holt and David Croft, our aliases, which are at this point just our aliases because you guys basically know our identities at this point. And by you guys, I mean the 3 or 4 people who actually watch this, and I mean listen to it because you're not watching us, because that would be perverted and weird.
Why would that be perverted?
Because they're watching us. That's not cool.
Christmas with the Cranks. There we go.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's a good segue into our topic of discussion for today. We've received some feedback, and frankly, we already knew it. When we were recording the second episode, that was bad. You know, we ran out.
It was just all over.
Yeah, it was all over the place. We weren't saying interesting things. So now we're going to come up with topics of conversation.
We went from just going in wild, winging it.
Yeah, the first episode was fine, but then the second episode it made us realize that we have to be sellouts to succeed.
Yep, you have to sell out to succeed, yes.
Exactly.
Oh gosh. Yes.
Yeah. So today, what we're going to do today is that I suggested that we list our top 10 favorite movies, and we will tell them to you all and explain. I mean, I was thinking that we would explain, but since he just completed the list just now, like literally, he wasn't even done with the list when I started recording this. He was. So I'm assuming Christmas with the Krampus or whatever that last thing was probably his number 10. Christmas with the Crimes?
With the Cranks.
With the Cranks. Well, I'm just gonna assume that's his number 10. Anyway, yeah. Whatever. So we're gonna start this list off. Do you wanna do your top 10 movies first, or should I do our top 10? Let's do it one by one, starting from 10, and maybe you can say some things about why you like that movie.
I mean, I already said my 10,
Okay.
Christmas with the Cranks.
Alright, how about you tell us some stuff about it?
Well, it's a movie starring Tim Allen as the father of the family. I don't know what the other actors' names are. Gosh, I don't know what the other actors' name are, but it's basically they wanted to skip Christmas this year, and everyone just started hating the family for some strange reason. They wanted to go on a cruise, and everyone in the town just went batshit crazy. And then finally, Santa Claus came in and saved the day, and that's why I like Christmas with the Cranks.
So, I mean, it looks like you just spoiled the movie big time, but
I mean, it's not really.
It's a comedy movie. I'm assuming it's a comedy movie, so it doesn't really matter.
It was really bad.
It was really bad, but you like it anyway.
But I like it that way. It's not so bad, but it's good. But it's just bad.
It's just bad, but you like it.
Kind of enjoy it. It's so insane that you enjoy it. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a get high movie. We do not encourage getting high. Our message is not to get high. We're just saying that if you were to enjoy that movie, another way of enjoying it was if you were to get high. In fact, we don't encourage drugs at all. I encourage drinking Ribena personally. In fact, I just had Ribena drugs before we did this.
Do not do drugs. Don't do cocaine or heroin or weed. They are very bad for your body. Well, you know what? Maybe not weed so much, but the other stuff is pretty bad, man. Scar you for life.
Right.
You'll end up. You'll get from the top to the bottom. Started from the top and now you're at the bottom, man. Look what we got you. Your addictions.
All right, moving on. Tom seems to be choking, but it's fine. I can continue the podcast without him if need be.
No, I'm back. No, I was drinking water and then No, I wasn't drinking water. I choked on my saliva.
Right, so you forgot how to drink water. That's great.
I forgot to drink water.
No, you forgot how
Stay
to drink water.
hydration, guys. Stay hydrated. Drink water.
Stay hydrated, of course. Okay, so let's just do this, like, take turns saying our list. So I'll go with my number 10 now.
Okay.
Alright, so my number 10, for which will, after my number 10, we'll go with his number 9 and then my number 9, and we'll do that until the end.
Yep.
So my number 10 is 1989's Dead Poets Society.
Okay.
Starring the magnificent Robin Williams as English teacher John Keating, one of my all-time favorite movie characters, just because of how great that guy was. I just touched the middle of my pants and it feels damp. I'm wondering if I peed myself accidentally.
Well, it could be pee and it could be something else.
I hope it wasn't pee.
You hope it wasn't pee?
Yeah, I hope it's not pee.
So you want it to be that other thing?
No. I want it to be sweat.
Why would... Okay, fine.
Or just
You
water.
want it
You
to
know,
be-
basically, I don't want it to be anything disgusting. I don't want it to be excrement or I don't want it to. Well, sweat is excrement. I digress. Forget it. Okay, back to Dead Poets Society.
Deadpool Society. Yes.
No, not Deadpool Society. Dead Poets Society, starring Robin Williams. Film from 1989, has an 8/10 on IMDb. I think it should be rated higher than 8/10. Although Rotten Tomatoes seems to understand me, giving it an 86%. This film has a lot of guys that you know though. Like, of course, Robin Williams. Everyone knows Robin Williams. It's got Ethan Hawke in it as well. And this is one thing that I think would surprise a lot of people, but I instantly clued in on this fact. Of course, I don't know the guy's name, but I realized instantly when I saw him that I'm seeing a young Wilson from House. The guy who played Wilson in House is in this movie, back when he was like a teen or like a young adult.
Wilson from House?
Yeah, Robert Sean Leonard is his name.
Oh.
He was in this movie.
Wait, what do you mean House? Like House the show?
House MD.
Like the one that...
yeah.
House MD. Okay.
Yeah, House MD.
Wow.
The show starring Hugh Laurie. So yeah.
Okay.
So he's in this, Ethan Hawke's in this, and Robin Williams was fantastic in it. He played English teacher John Keating, and the movie is basically about a bunch of boys going to a I think Scottish private school. And it's a very conservative school, kind of. And then John Keating comes in and he's like, yo, what are you guys on about? Like, why are you guys so uptight? Why are your parents so uptight? You gotta be free thinkers. And I think the message of the film is just great. Like, you know, you gotta be a free thinker. You can't really just listen to what other people say and accept it as fact. You gotta be able to make your own opinions. Be able to make your own judgments about how you want to live and how the world is. I think that's a great inherent message the movie has. I'm assuming you've never seen Dead Poets Society. I don't think
I've never seen Dead Poets Society.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's kind of similar. It's a loose comparison, but it's similar to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, in the sense that it's an anti-authority figure movie, because the protagonists are kind of like. Not really, or in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which is a Jack Nicholson film from 1975. In One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, the protagonists are oppressed, whereas in Dead Poets Society, they're not really oppressed. They're more of suppressed. They're not really oppressed. They're suppressed. You know, they can't really fulfill their full potential because of authority figures in their lives. And John Keating's just coming in, and he's like, "Yo, don't let these guys stop you from being what you want to be," you know. And that's a great message.
I see.
And that's why I like Dead Poets Society, and that's why it's one of my favorite films. My 10th favorite film of all time, in fact.
Your 10th favorite film of all time?
Yes.
Well.
So that's my number 10. I really hope we can get through all of this. All right, so let's go with your number 9 now.
Fine. I'll make my number 9 pretty quick, because since you do a lot of explaining with your thing,
okay.
right?
I mean, don't make me rush you.
No, it's okay. All right, because number 9, you see, I know the story. I know it. I've seen it when I was a child, which I really shouldn't have, because it wasn't meant for my age group. I was like 10 when I saw this, I guess. And I forgot. No, wait, I remember the name. Wait, it's the Toxic Avenger or something? Is that it? Wait, you know
You
what? Let
don't
me
even
just.
remember the movie's name.
No. I love that movie. It is the Toxic Avenger.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
I was close. Now, Paul, I was close.
All right, that's
The
good.
Toxic Avenger. This dude just fell in a. Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna. Well, basic summary of the movie. Dude got like really messed up skin because he fell in a vat of I guess toxic waste that was on a truck. I mean, okay, who carries toxic wastes on a truck?
So this guy's like the Joker.
Oh my god. No, you know what? Yeah, he is kind of like the Joker. I mean, he's the Joker if he's more like messed up. Like if you see his face, he has like an eyeball coming out. His clothes are like almost melted on his skin.
Okay.
I don't know how the toxic waste gave him muscles, but it did. And yeah, I mean, I like the movie because like it's a really gory movie, and I don't know, I like really gory stuff. Like
Well, one of my
should show me
movies
any.
can be considered a gory movie. Okay. Yeah.
One of your movies are considered the goriest, or
Not
like,
not
what?
not the goriest, but I mean, some people might call it gory.
Okay. Well, yeah. Basically, it's just like this guy fell in a toxic vat. He's from New Jersey. Pretty much that's all I can say. He looks really messed up. Oh God! Now that I look at him, why did I even like this movie? John Travolta.
John
What?
Travolta was in it. Okay, there you go.
Okay, John Travolta played Toxic Avenger. Wow, I didn't know that.
All right.
Okay, well, I said I was gonna cut it short, and I'm hurrying up because we have a 30-minute time frame.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on a
so-
tight schedule. That's why we gotta try to be quick. But don't make me rush you. I'm gonna try and be as fast as possible with my stuff. Gonna try and keep the blabbering to a minimum. Okay, so my number 9 is the only comedy movie on my list. My number 9 is the movie Airplane! From 1980, starring oh gosh, what's his name?
Wait, are you? Okay. Well,
Sorry, what?
Okay, so I guess I have to skip one of mine because mine's also Airplane.
Well, that's fine. You can just say it, and then we won't really need to explain anything. But
I mean, I've already said it, so
all right. Well, we don't know where it is on the list, so we'll get to it when we get to it.
yeah, sure. Okay.
So all right. So number 9 for me is Airplane. Airplane, written as is a parody of disaster films, which were apparently popular in the 70s. I didn't know that. It was written, directed by David and Jerry Zucker and Jim Abrahams. Those guys are great. Stars Robert Hayes, he was great. Julie Haggerty was great as well. Leslie Nielsen, absolute scene stealer. Leslie Nielsen. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was also Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, as some Americans would call him. Kareem Abdul. Yeah, he was in this movie. Could you call it a cameo? He was on screen for quite a while. But it was honestly, this movie is fantastic. Favorite comedy film of all time, hands down. And I will say my second favorite comedy film is Jim Carrey's Liar Liar from 1997.
Jim Carrey's just like
Jim
really
Carrey's
good at comedy films.
Right,
Like,
but this movie is a level above, that. Airplane.
a level above Jim Carrey.
Yes.
A level above Jim Carrey, guys.
Yeah.
Watch Airplane.
So yes, Airplane,
Plane
very
3.
very good. It's basically, how do I even describe this? It's like, okay, so the guy, Robert Hayes plays a former, I'm guessing Vietnam vet. If I remember correctly, he was a Vietnam vet who got in a plane crash, and he's been afraid of kind of flying planes ever since then. And then basically there's a disaster and there's a problem, and so Robert Hayes' character has to step in and fly the plane and try to land it safely. So that's Airplane, and it's fantastic. It's amazing humor, amazing.
It doesn't sound
And it's my number
funny,
9.
but it really is.
I mean, I think it sounds funny off the get-go, but it's amazing. And seriously, when I say this, and I mean this, pay full attention to this movie, because if you don't pay attention, if you play this movie as background noise, you will miss majority of the jokes. You have to pay attention while watching this movie to catch all the jokes.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so that's my number
Right.
9.
That's your number 9?
Yeah, so we can go to your number 8 now, yeah.
Alright. My number 8. Well, my number 8 was Airplane. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well.
how ironic.
Yeah, how ironic.
Alright,
Okay.
so I guess we'll go
You
straight.
go to your number 8
Alright,
now.
we're gonna go to my number 8.
I'm just. No, wait. Okay, I want to add something.
Okay, alright.
I don't think this is a spoiler,
Okay.
but I think one of my favorite scenes in the movie was when the blow up doll came in. Oh no, not the blow up doll. The quote unquote autopilot came in.
Yeah, autopilot. Yeah.
Autopilot, yeah. Quote unquote autopilot came in.
Well, spelled OTTO, I believe. I think they did say that in the movie.
Autopilot, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Alright. Yeah.
You're go.
Okay, all right. So my number 8 is it's one of only 2 movies in my list that are from this millennium, and that being said, it's from the year 2000. Tom Hanks movie Castaway. It's about Tom Hanks's character as a FedEx employee who is involved in a plane crash, as Tom Hanks seems to always be involved in, and he not plane crash necessarily, but he's always involved in some kind of travel issue. And so Tom Hanks, his character, he's a FedEx employee, he's trying to deliver packages, and then the plane crashes. He gets stranded on a deserted island for I don't know how long. And basically the movie, again, it's another movie that has a really good kind of message to it, of like just never giving up, always persisting. And just never giving up, even in the face of like immense adversity, you just don't give up, never give up on what you want, and it also, I think all the movies here, it probably has the best soundtrack of all the movies here, in my opinion at least, has the best soundtrack of all the movies.
What was the movie called again?
Castaway from 2000, Tom Hanks movie.
Was it the one where he adopted a ball and then just
yeah, Wilson, yeah.
Wilson, right. He went insane. Okay.
Which is product placement for anyone who didn't know. That's actually a famous example of product placement in movies.
Really? What?
Wilson is volleyball brand, yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I gotta go for a second. You go on to your next one.
Well, okay. Well, fine. Right. My next one is, well, okay, I'm gonna say right now, I'm a big Marvel fan, so I think, okay, you know what, now that I look at it, like 3 movies are Marvel movies in this. I thought there would be more. Gosh. Okay, well, my number 7, I think it was number 7, yeah, my number 7 is Spider-Man 2. I would say Spider-Man 2 is one of the best Spider-Man movies. Some people might say, oh no, Spider-Man 1 was good, and a small amount of you might say Spider-Man 3 was good, but no, that was terrible. I'm fight me.
Okay.
Fight
No,
me.
I agree. Spider-Man 2 is good. I don't know if I haven't seen the original Spider-Man movies in a like not original, but the what's his name? He was in Seabiscuit, whatever.
Seabiscuit?
He was in Seabiscuit, whatever. Anyway, his name, the guy who plays Spider-Man, the guy who plays Peter. Tobey Maguire, yeah. So, I haven't seen the Tobey Maguire movies in a while, but Spider-Man 1 and 2 are definitely, I think, the best Spider-Man movies. I don't like The Amazing Spider-Man. I do like Emma Stone. I think she's a very good actress, but I prefer the old Spider-Man movies myself.
Oh, well.
And looks like you as well.
I'd say for me, like in my opinion, Spider-Man 2 is like the best out of the 3.
Mm.
You know what? I don't even want to say Spider-Man 3 is a Spider-Man movie, even though it is. Like, it's just terrible.
Right. Yeah.
Well, okay. Spider-Man 2 is my number 7. So yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say about it, man. I mean, it's a Spider-Man movie. It's like superheroes. Tobey Maguire was really good in it.
Yeah. All
I
around
think he
good
did
movie.
one trick where, like, I'm not sure. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but there was this scene No, this was in Spider-Man 1, though. You know what? I'm just gonna say it anyway because it was actually really cool when I found out about it. There was this scene where I think he was like first finding out his spider abilities, right? So like, I guess Mary Jane was like
Played by Kristen Dunst.
played
Just
by
saying.
Kristen Dunst, was like walking to a table with her food, and then he tripped and fell, and then Tobey Maguire stepped in, and like he caught everything, and you'd think it would be green screen, you know, like the food was in the air, and then Tobey Maguire just caught everything and put it back on the plate, like where it was, but apparently it wasn't, and he did it all on his own.
Right, that took a lot of takes, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that took like a lot of takes, but it is really amazing. Like, gosh, it looks like CG. No, not CGI. Well, yeah, it looks like CGI. Like it could have been edited in, you know, but it wasn't. Like, gosh. Okay. Well, now it's your 7.
All right, so my number 7 is 1998. Another Tom Hanks movie, back-to-back Tom Hanks movies for me. Saving Private Ryan from 1998, also starring Matt Damon in an early role. And also Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel was in it, and I think this was it wasn't. I don't know if it was breakout role, but it was one of Vin Diesel's first major film roles.
Did he have hair?
No, he was bald. I think he was. I can't remember properly now, but he looked much younger. But I don't think he had hair.
Well,
but yeah, great movie. The first half an hour is like, not the first half an hour. It's like kind of 26 minutes. The Normandy invasion scene, landing on Omaha Beach. That's beautiful, beautiful scene. I mean, it's not beautiful. It's depicting war. It's terrible, but it's fantastic. It's really amazingly done.
War is beautiful.
No, but it's a great movie. Great movie. And one amazing thing about it is that they had to like have warnings to like veterans, you know, World War II veterans, combat veterans in general, that you might get flashbacks if you watch this movie because it is that good. You know, it's that immersive. It's great. Yeah, that's why I like Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, oh, great story as well.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of divert out of the list here. What about Dunkirk? Have you watched Dunkirk?
I haven't seen Dunkirk. I do want to see it though.
Yeah, like, alright, you haven't seen it, so I can't really ask for your opinion. I thought, I didn't think it was as good as Private Ryan, but it was still, like, pretty okay, you know? Harry Styles was in it.
It's hard to beat Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, but Harry Styles was in it, apparently, so the girls have something to swoon over, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what number are we at?
Number 6. You're number 6.
I'm number 6, right. Number 6, Forrest Gump.
Gosh.
Forrest Gump.
No, I don't know if like you're referring to the actual movie or a different kind of movie that's parodying that movie. I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, man. No. I would never.
So is your 6th favorite film Forrest Gump or Forrest Hump? Just definitively.
Forrest Gump.
Okay, Forrest Gump. Okay, good.
Forrest Gump, a Tom Hanks movie. You know, Tom Hanks is a really good. Well, you know, IMDb rated it 8.8. Wow, IMDb. What? Rotten Tomatoes 70. Okay, Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes is awful, guys. I mean, it's not awful. It's good, but it can be very inconsistent. You know, like giving Forrest Gump a 78%, which it does not deserve.
Forrest Gump does not deserve a 71%. Come on.
Isn't it 78? It's a 71?
It's 71.
Okay, now that's just ridiculous.
I know. Okay, something named Common Sense something is 5 out of 5. Okay, that's fine. IMDb 8.8. You know, that's okay. That's good. I kind of agree with that. But come on, 71%. All right. Just don't trust Rotten Tomato, guys. Go to IMDb. They're mostly consistent.
Yeah, IMDb is generally quite consistent. I find, at least.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure most people do, but you know, Rotten Tomatoes, man, gosh.
Yeah, because IMDb is popular opinion for the most part.
You know, this movie can be summed up in one line. Life can be a box of chocolate. You know, I don't want to mess this up, so I'm gonna look it up. Quote.
My mama always said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is. Jenny. I'm
No,
sorry,
no,
Jenny. I think I do a good Forrest Gump impression. I don't know about you guys. I don't know what you think, but I think it's pretty good.
Well, I think you do. You know, Forrest Gump is a
Thank
really
you.
nice movie. I really liked it. I cried at one point. I
Really?
think.
Wow.
First time, not all the time.
Okay. Wait, what do you mean? First time watching it, you cried?
Yeah.
Well, generally
I
you
didn't cry.
you wouldn't cry multiple times. I don't think watching a movie.
No, I don't. I wouldn't
It would have to be
multiple-
really sad. I watched an interview with Emma Stone a couple weeks back or a couple days back, where she said she
Yeah.
cried. She said she's watched La La Land like an absurd amount of times. She's watched it like 10 times and she's cried watching it before her own movie. I don't know. It seems a little funny to me crying at your own movie, but
Well,
right.
I haven't watched La La Land. I don't know if it's a sad movie or like a happy sad movie. You know.
I haven't seen it either. I do want to see it though.
Yeah. Well, Mama said there's only so much fortune a man really needs, and the rest.
The only like movie I've watched from that year that was nominated for an Oscar is an Arrival. Arrival's an amazing movie. It didn't make my list, but I really like Arrival. I rate it very very highly.
Yeah, Arrival was really good. Like, okay, I just watched it this year.
Amy Adams,
Amy
absolutely
Adams, yeah.
fantastic actress. Amazing, really amazing.
I didn't really get it at first, but then
But we're not using the aliases anymore. Essentially,
fine, okay.
You don't
but
need to
then
care about it.
David kind of explained to me what happened. I'm a very slow person, you know. He explained to me what happened because like the flashbacks and stuff, like the flash forwards, I guess, because like.
Oh yo, dude! If people haven't watched it, that's a spoiler, man.
Right. Okay,
Aw,
okay. I'm
dude.
sorry.
Okay, no, I need to put a warning because Arrival is such an amazing movie.
Right. Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna say. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna say anything. I think I've kind of stepped too far when I said flash forward.
Yeah, so let's not say anything else about Arrival.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
It's a great movie, very good
We
movie.
both highly recommend it. Go watch it. Just get off your fat asses and watch it.
Okay, all right.
Especially you, that guy that commented that said you want more fan service.
Yeah, Awan Haris, I think it was. Yeah, you definitely.
We know you're overweight. We know.
Okay, so should I move on to my number 6 now?
Okay, wait, one more thing about Forrest Gump.
Okay,
I did not know that Bubba Gump Shrimp Corporation was an actual thing.
it is an actual thing. Yeah. All right. Okay, so my number 6 is 1997's Good Will Hunting, starring Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Robin Williams. Also starring, not starring. It was starring Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, but also written. The screenplay was by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. They wrote the screenplay when Matt Damon was 22, Ben Affleck was 20, and then 5 years later they got the movie made, and they got to star in it, which was great. And it's just absolutely fantastic movie, great movie. Robin Williams deserved, I think, Oscar win for that movie, Best Supporting Actor.
Would have helped. Yeah.
Yeah, very good movie, all around very very good movie. I really love it. Yeah, so that's my number 6. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now it's my number 5, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Number 5, Deadpool, because that guy is just all over the place, fourth wall breaking. You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, it's not really that much fourth wall breaking in that movie, you know. Because I really expected more. You know what? I don't even. Yeah, I really expected more. You know, fourth wall breaks. Like he'd probably like okay. I don't know if you guys watch Amazing Spider-Man, because I kind of used to. Not the movie. I meant the show, like the Disney show, on Disney XD. Because that guy would
Isn't
just
that Ultimate
pop.
Spider-Man?
Right, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
It was
Spider-Man
really bad.
was voiced by Drake Bell on that show.
Yeah, Drake Bell. From Drake and Josh, which was a really good show also.
Okay.
That was a childhood show, man. Okay, fine. Well, where was I? Right, Deadpool. Not as much fourth wall breaks as I thought. Still a really good movie. Not like... Yeah, it's still a really good movie. You know, recommend you watch it. It's kind of funny. Actually, it's really funny. The girl is kind of a bit emo, but that's okay.
Okay.
Where was I going with? fourth wall breaks again. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. Just go. We don't have much time.
All right, we're at the 29th minute now. We're definitely gonna go over the half an hour, but like, let's just try and get this done. So my number 5 is a movie that I'm sure will be very controversial these days with recent discoveries, or some people might say allegations. I'm not gonna say allegations or discoveries, but I think he did it basically. But I'm sorry. Okay, you're a very good actor, Kevin Spacey, but I think you did it. Number 5, 2000. The movie is from the year 2000. American Beauty, starring Kevin Spacey and other people I don't remember. Alison Janney was in that movie, I know, but she didn't really play a big role. But I don't remember the other actors in that movie, but they're not really super big. But Kevin Spacey, he was very, very good in that movie. Basically, the movie is about a guy, Kevin Spacey's character, who's going through a midlife crisis and decides to pursue in a relationship his 16-year-old daughter's best friend. And it's a very good movie for... I've seen video essays claiming that it's the closest you'll ever get to a perfect movie, and I agree, it's a very, very good movie. I don't know, I really can't describe it in that way, because the movie is a cinematic masterpiece, and it's a storytelling masterpiece, I believe. It's not as exciting as some other movies, but it's definitely one of my favorites for that reason, in that it's a cinematic masterpiece. A storytelling masterpiece as well, yeah.
Okay, wait. Actually, you know what? Can you go on with the next thing of your? You know what? Wait, hold on.
Why is that?
I need to do something. All right. Okay. Never mind. All right. Where was I? Number 4? Number 3? I've lost count.
Number 5. Sorry, number 4. Number 4. Yeah, you're number 4.
Number 4. Yeah, right. Number 4, Logan.
Okay.
Man, oh man, that movie was sad. It's a Wolverine movie, by the way. Logan. It was his was it his alias or was it his actual name?
It's a nickname because when he didn't remember anything anymore, he forgot his actual name, which is James Howlett. For those of you who don't know, James Howlett is Wolverine's real name. But because when he got his memory sort of wiped, he couldn't remember anything but his nickname. Or he was called Logan by people, or something. I don't really remember the comic story that because I read it like a really long time ago. The Wikipedia of it, that is. I didn't read the comics. But yes, his real name's James Howlett. His nickname's Logan. People call him Logan.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, at the I'm not even gonna. I can't even.
You can't spoil it, man.
I can't spoil it, man. Gosh.
Spoil
Okay.
it.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it's a really sad movie. Professor X was kind of. I'd say Professor X was kind of out of character in the movie.
Well, because he was sort of losing it. So it's supposed to be that way.
I guess, but like... I don't know, man. He just kind of felt off. I mean, yeah, I know he was losing it, but it just doesn't feel right, It didn't sit with me.
Mm.
I'm not saying that he acted bad or anything. His acting is still really good. But like... That's not the Professor X I know. Because before watching the movie, I guess I watched like X-Men First Class and stuff before that, and I was like,
right, very different.
I was thinking about the young Professor X.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name? The one who acted the young one. I forgot his name.
I think it was James McAvoy. I don't know. He might have played Magneto. I don't know. I might be confusing them.
James McAvoy.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say James McAvoy, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, you know what? I'm pretty sure searching up would just waste time. Yeah, let's just go with that.
Right.
James McAvoy.
So Logan is your number 4. That is.
Yeah, Logan's my number 4. James McAvoy. I was thinking about him when I was watching Logan, and I was expecting kind of him kind of character from Professor X, even though I know it's a different actor and like he's an older version of himself. I don't know why. But,
Patrick Stewart is the original Professor X, so you can't really say that Professor X is supposed to be James McAvoy because Patrick Stewart's the original Professor X.
No, I know Patrick Stewart is the original Professor X, but I'm just saying like.
All right. I think I get what you're saying, but okay.
Okay, just go.
Okay. My number 4 is Forrest Gump. We already mentioned it. Great story. Very sad story. I almost cried at the end, but I didn't cry. But it's I think it's the closest movie to have made me cry. It's the closest a movie's ever come to making me cry because I felt awful at the end of that movie. But it's a great movie. Great movie. Don't let that discourage you from watching it. It's a very good movie.
All right,
Robin
right,
Wright
okay, number
in that movie as well. So yeah, so we're gonna go. That was my number 4. So now you're number 3.
All right, number 3 is the new Harry. I don't even don't know if it's a Harry Potter movie even. I guess it's set in the universe, you know, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a really good movie. It was really nice. What was his name? Who acted in the movie again?
I don't know. I
Gosh,
didn't watch it.
What? Wait.
Anything
alright,
that's
you know
like
what?
semi-recent, I probably haven't watched because I don't watch movies that just come out recently. Generally, none of the movies on my list came out in my lifetime. I will say that.
Right. Eddie Redmayne, I guess his
Okay.
name was the one that played Newt Scamander. It was really he was a good actor, you know. I don't know if this was his first or like something. I haven't really seen him in any past movies, you know. Has he? I'm pretty sure he's already a star because of that. But you know, I guess. Oh, now for look at this. He acted in a movie called The Theory of Everything.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, that was another good movie. Apparently, I didn't watch it either, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, me neither. I didn't watch it, but oh gosh, Jupiter ascending. Okay. Well, Fantastic Beasts was really nice. Very nice scenery. I like the story. The fat guy was funny. I forgot his name. I'm in a rush. I can't. So many things are going through my head.
Yeah.
In a rush, yeah. So I'm just
We
gonna say.
we could have done this in parts, but like it's just not right to like do a top 10 list and do it in parts.
Oh my God, he did a Draw My Life too. Okay.
Okay, we're digressing now. All right, I'm gonna move on to my number 3.
Right.
Which is a movie from 1999 starring Brad Pitt, Edward Norton, and Helena Bonham Carter. I think you guys already know what movie I'm talking about. Fight Club. Epic movie. One of my all-time
Gosh,
favorite
that was
movies
my
of all
number-
time. One of my all-time favorite movies. Like, I mean, it's
That
number
was my
3 for
number-
me. I can't. I'm not gonna say anything about it to you guys. Basically, Insomniac meets a guy named Tyler Durden, who is a soap salesman, and they form a fight club, and that is all I can tell you about the movie, because other than that, you've just got to watch it, and you've got to suck in how brilliant it is. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about Fight Club. Absolutely
Okay,
fantastic. And it's
well,
the movie
number
that
two-
makes me respect Edward Norton so much, because that guy is amazing. Amazing actor.
Yes. Well, okay. Number 2 for me, Fight Club.
Number 2 is Fight Club for you. Okay. Alright.
Fight Club was pretty good. Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
did watch it just
You
recently.
watched it
like,
very recently on my suggestion, yeah.
yeah, on your suggestion, and you know, it was really good. Gosh, it was just really good.
Yeah.
I didn't expect anything that was gonna happen. I'm not gonna say what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I'm just
okay,
gonna say-
yeah, seriously don't. Seriously don't.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's just unexpected. Just okay. Next, number 2
Okay.
for you.
Number
Go.
2 for me, 1994, Morgan Freeman,
Yeah.
Tim Robbins, The Shawshank Redemption, absolutely fantastic movie about Tim Robbins, who is convicted for murdering his wife, and then from then on, it's a movie about him in the prison, trying to get redemption, basically trying to redeem his life, trying to make something out of his life in the prison. It's a great movie, great movie. I believe it's tied with the original Godfather from 1972, for the top rated movie on IMDb. Shawshank Redemption, number 2 for me. I mean, it's close to number 1, but I mean, my number 1 is too good to not be number 1. So Shawshank Redemption's number 2. Got to settle for number 2.
All right. Number 1 for me is a movie that's so bad, it's just terrible. It's good.
And it is
And
your
that
favorite
movie-
movie for that reason.
And it's the favorite movie for that reason, exactly. It's called The Room by, what was his name?
Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau.
I haven't seen The Room. I will.
You should. Everyone should see The Room. He has pictures of spoons, and he had sex with his wife. Wait, are we allowed to curse here? Are we not?
Sure.
We haven't really established that, have we?
I mean, you have already cursed on some occasions, so you might as well just go for it.
Have I?
Just
I
go
don't-
for it, man. We're running out of time here.
All right.
I'm a busy guy.
Tommy Wiseau has sex with a lady's navel, and it was weird, man. I saw
Oh
him.
gosh.
It was weird, and I loved it. Okay.
All right, so moving on. My number one is a movie from 1957 featuring Henry Fonda as juror number 12. It is 12 Angry Men. It's also the oldest movie on my list, and it's my favorite movie of all time. I watched it once when I
Oh, hi,
was...
Mark.
Okay. I watched it when I was like 7 for the first time, and then and then when I was 7 I didn't really get it. I remember asking...
How's your sex life?
Okay, dude, I'm trying to finish this, man. Come on. I remember asking my dad like, but what happens? Like the movie doesn't really have I felt like the movie didn't really have an ending because we didn't find out who murdered the guy. I didn't really understand. But when I watched it again 5 years later, when I was 12 years old, I totally understood it. This is an amazing movie. It's not about... I mean, I think most people watch the movie if you're above a certain age. You know, if you're older than 10, you probably will understand that it's not about finding out who killed the guy. It's about it's about a jury stuck in a room for 2 hours. The whole movie is filmed in one room throughout the entire 2 hours. And it's about how they are going to determine whether or not to send the guy to death, basically, because he's been accused of murder. So are they going to send him to death? Are they not going to send him to death? I won't tell you. Watch the movie. It's in black and white, but it's still fantastic.
Okay. Well, that concludes. Well, you know
The
what? I'm
longest
gonna add a
episode
small
so
note.
far.
I'm gonna add a small note at the end.
Okay.
Please watch every Nigerian movie ever.
Okay.
Those things are so good.
All right.
You won't believe your eyes.
I've seen
You-
things you wouldn't believe. Okay.
I have
That's a
seen
Blade Runner
things-
reference.
That's a what?
It's a Blade Runner reference.
Really? I thought that was from The Matrix.
No.
Because, you know,
I mean, it might be.
'Cause
I haven't seen The Matrix.
I have, you know, it was an okay movie, I guess.
Keanu.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So
Every Nigerian movie.
all right. So I've had to go for a while now, but I mean I had to finish this for the podcast. We have to finish the podcast. So any last words from you?
Who killed Captain Alex?
We are coming for you.